Breaking Through is continuing its coverage of Virginia Senator Tim Kaine's campaign stop at the Staunton Public Library. Recently, Senator Kaine addressed more than 350 people during the event. The former vice presidential candidate says he has learned the advantage of running a grassroots campaign. He joked he's expecting to win the popular vote again.
I don't know who my opponent will be. I have 5 declared Republican opponents. They're all competing sort of to be President Trump's yes man.
He says he's not sure who he's facing for the Senate seat until the Republican primary in June.
But whoever it is, I am going to work my tail off to show them that it's going to be extremely difficult to beat me. And it's not about me. I know who my most likely opponent is. My most likely opponent is somebody who is an anti-immigrant, bully, pro-Confederate guy. And it will offer, the election will offer a real clear choice about not who the candidates are, but who Virginia is.
Kaine wants the message about Virginia to be clear.
We're a state that's going forward. We're a state that's getting more progressive. We're getting more socially inclusive, economically dynamic, politically competitive, focused on education. This is who Virginia is. This is who we've worked for it to be with you in this room for the last 33 years, and we're hoping to run a race that will bear that out.
He shared his concerns about President Trump's erratic behavior, and he added he is proud of America's response to Trump's actions.
I'm excited by what I see happening in this country. When I see women's marches where the turnout is bigger than the inauguration. When I see judges standing up and saying you cannot do that Muslim travel ban and enjoining the President of the United States. When I see journalists, not all journalists, but many journalists doing really high quality work to explore challenges that the administration is getting us into. When I see governors saying, well, Mr. President, you can pull out of the Paris Climate Accord, but we're not pulling out. We're staying in.
The senator took questions on a variety of topics, including climate control, Dominion energy, and public domain. Kaine clarified his rejection of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission's approval of the construction of Atlantic Coast Pipeline and the Mountain Valley Pipeline.
On Friday, I wrote a letter to FERC and I said, you need to rehear both of these pipeline applications. I think the public is entitled to a ruling on these applications, not from a divided partial commission. I think they're entitled to a ruling from the full commission.
He explained why he voted against the tax bill.
This tax bill, they wrote it in secret. They wouldn't involve the committee chairs or the Democrats. They released it, and 41 days later it passed. 0 public hearings, 0 opportunity for Democrats to be involved. In the Senate, even though we're in a minority, Democrats represent significantly more Americans than Republicans do because of the size of our states, but they gave us 0 opportunity. And so, not surprisingly, a bill that was done in secret and rushed and partisan became a bill where the giveaway was to folks at the top. Small businesses and regular folks aren't benefited, bust the deficit, and an additional element of it is it really is bad for Virginia. There are states that kind of were winners and losers, and we ended up really being on the loser side.
Kaine addressed the issue of campaign finance reform to disclose campaign contributions.
One person, one vote, which is constitutionally the law of the land, is undermined by the dollar effect of people being able to put in money, especially being able to put in money secretly. And so we're going to have to look for the opportunities, and it can be done at the state level too. Some state legislatures, one of the nice things about getting close in the House, and in 2019 the Virginia legislature could easily go Democratic in both houses, is we could start to do some things at the state level, but we'll keep pushing at the federal level too.
The senator says legislators are facing some major issues which need to be resolved soon.
We've got 4 really, really big issues on our shoulder. Budget, a permanent bill to protect dreamers, a long-term reauthorization of the Children's Health Insurance Program, and then an emergency relief package that treats victims of hurricanes equally, whether they live in Texas or Florida or Puerto Rico or USVI. An American is an American.
In Staunton, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.